Hey everyone, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft, and I'm back today with a scrapbook process video for my Scrapbook and Cards Today inspiration series. So this is what I am taking as my inspiration. What you just saw there is a layout, a 12 by 12 layout by Becki Adams, and it's got two photos. They looked smaller than 4 by 6. I'm not totally sure what the actual size was, but I had two photos on my desk, and I'm like, I think that this will work perfectly for this layout. And this is from the summer issue of Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine. I still have many pages in the summer issue and the fall issue dog-eared, so I need to get on that and then start making some layouts based on the inspiration from this magazine. So, okay, I took my 4 by 6 photos and I cut them down to 3 by 4. And in hindsight, I should have just done 3.5 by 5. But for some reason, I always forget about the 3.5 by 5 size. I don't know why that is, but so if I was to redo this design or do this design with different photos, I would definitely do 3.5 by 5. But the 3 by 4 worked fine, especially because I was kind of using some scraps, and I wanted to back my photos on that blue water paper. And I think doing larger sizes, they wouldn't have fit. I wouldn't have had enough paper. So the 3 by 4 ended up working just fine. Instead of doing a solid color or white or any solid color as the middle piece of the layout, I am taking that pink striped paper because it's kind of close to a solid. It's all pink hues. So I'm using that as my kind of, what's the word? Neutral. Yeah, not super busy, neutral middle piece. And then the background piece has some gold foiling on it. It's rainbows and stars. And both of those pattern papers are from a Michael's Recollections paper pad that I got a couple months ago. Just using up some of the things that are in that paper pad. Yeah. So basically everything else, here's what I liked about the original layout from Becki Adams. It was very embellishment heavy, and I liked that because I figured it was a great way to use up embellishments from my stash, and then I wouldn't have to worry about finding too many pattern papers to fit, because really I only used 3 pattern papers to back the photos, the middle piece, and the 12 by 12 piece. So the rest of it is just like embellishments. It was really fun going through my embellishment stash and just trying to find pieces that would be good for layering. I knew I wanted to do like what she did with her 2 tags and the twine. So I just kind of went through my stash and found a bunch of random stuff. And you're going to watch me make it work pretty much. This is using, like I said, just random stuff from my stash. So it's a great way to bash your stash, which is something that I have definitely been doing the past couple of months. So if you want to see more of those videos, make sure that you have subscribed to the channel. If I remember, I'll try to link some of my past, like where I bash my stash process videos down below. But definitely subscribe so you don't miss out on other videos where I do more stash busting. And also you'll see just other fun process videos. I do a process video every Tuesday. I participate in different hops and challenges throughout the month. And then there's always a layout share and a haul video so you get to see the products that I'm going to be working with and all that fun stuff. So definitely subscribe. And if you are already a subscriber, welcome back and thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments that you're here. Just say hi. I love connecting with you guys that way. It's so fun to have a nice little community on YouTube of crafty people and crafty people who share their ideas and fun with everybody else. So yeah. Okay. So basically I've got like the idea behind this, how I want everything to go. And then I'm like, of course I put everything down and now I want to ink the edges. So what you see here actually doesn't quite end up being exactly the way that it looks, only because I didn't have enough embellishments that like had this sort of feel that I was looking for. Everything was very rectangular. I just wanted stuff with like more shapes, but I didn't have any like floral pieces or anything like that. I kept looking to the original layout for inspiration to be like, okay, what did she use? She's got a lot of layering going on. So some of the pieces are popped up on her layout, but she's got a lot of flowers and that sort of thing. And I didn't really have anything that was just like generic shapes or generic pieces like that could go I've got like tags and cut aparts and things like that. So nothing that really makes it super easy, or it just wasn't super easy for me to like get the feel right. So, I'm going to put those three pieces together. And they're kind of more toward, I'm trying to get them in the middle of both of those photos, but they end up being a little more to the right-hand photo. And so that's when I'm going to end up going back and adding a bunch of more layering stuff behind it, because I just feel like I needed to build it out a little bit more. I needed other pieces and other elements, and I wanted to carry more. I wanted to carry more stuff over to the left-hand side too. So I pulled a little sticker that looks like a postage stamp. I think that was Paige Evans. And then I went back into my stash and I have a thing that it looks like a receipt. I want to say that might have been crepe paper from several years ago. And it says like ice cream cone and lemonade. And these are photos of my daughter and I at a baseball game. And we ordered a blue slushie. It's frozen ice or shaved ice. I can't remember the specific name of it. If you know, it's something, but it's like shaved ice. Okay. And we were sharing it. And so the first photo, we don't have it yet. It was just a selfie that we took. I think we were trying to get on the Jumbotron. And then the second one is us. My daughter wanted us to take a picture of the two of us, like both like licking the shaved ice at the same time. So I did. And that's what the second photo is. So I liked that the receipt had like beverage options on it. And I thought that tied in nicely. I also have like a little lemonade bottle sticker that I think might be Simple Stories, old Simple Stories. And so I'm going to throw that in there too, because I just felt like it worked. So I'm adding in a chipboard sticker. I made something that looked like a tag to go along in that upper right-hand corner. I just kind of like really built out the embellishments and the layering behind the top of the photos. And instead of doing what Becki did and just kind of making it be more in the center, I just went all the way across. I got a lot of stuff and I found stuff that would work. And so I put the stuff down, basically. Now here's something that I've never done before. I have obviously used twine to tied twine through the whole of a tag. All right. So I used my We Are Memory Keepers. What's it called? A crocodile? Is that what it is? I don't know. I think that's what it's called. So I used that to punch a hole in the center of these two tags. But what Becki did is she actually tied them together. And so then there's a bow in the center. And I was like, that's something totally different that I have never thought to do before. So that's what I'm trying to do here, using some white and yellow twine that I got from the Dollar Tree a while ago, maybe actually a year ago. Last fall. Yeah. So it's definitely come in handy. Gotten a lot of use out of it, and definitely got a lot of twine on the roll. So that was a good deal. So yeah, I just tied both of those things together, and I like the way it looks. It's just something a little bit different and unexpected. And I just think it's fun to try new things and do things that are a little outside the box every so often. So here I'm just adding a couple more extra pieces. I put the thing on there that says Saturday because we went to the baseball game on a Saturday. So I thought that was fitting to put that there. And then I've got a couple other pieces going down at the bottom, and I'm going to be putting my title down there as well. The title is coming from some Pink Fresh alphas, or some Pink Fresh puffy phrase stickers. And I've had them for a long time. This is actually the last one that I had from this collection. It says oops with an exclamation point, which does it really make sense with the photos? Maybe like the one that we're like sharing the drink. Sure. Maybe, I guess. But I just really wanted to use it. But it's definitely losing a little bit of its adhesive because I've had it for so long. So that's a bit of a problem. And so if you need an incentive to use items in your stash, especially stickers, then here's the incentive, because if you don't use them, they lose their stickiness, and then you're going to be frustrated, and you don't want that. So avoid frustration, use your stash. Don't be afraid. Don't be like, oh, I'll save it for something. I'll save it for this. No, if you have it now and you can use it now, then just use it. So I'm hoping that it stays. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go out and buy some more like glue, liquid glue, so that I can stick it down. But I'm hoping that it stays, especially once it gets like some weight on it. I put it in page protector and put it in an album. It gets some weight on it, but we'll see what happens. So I'm doing my journaling down there. I added in a little journaling spot underneath. That was also something else from my stash. I think that was from a Halloween collection, to be quite honest for you. And then you also saw that I cut the hangy piece off of that blue tag on the right-hand side, because obviously it's looking like it's going off the page, but I don't really want it to go off the page. So I think I've actually threw the end of that away. I could have saved it, if you wanted to. But since we're bashing things in the stash, I was kind of like, you know what? No, we're going to get rid of it. I don't need a small piece of paper like that. Or I don't need any more small pieces of paper like that. So now I'm going through and I'm adding in a couple enamel dots that I have left over, as well as some enamel hearts and some pink gems. The pink gems I got from Dollar Tree. I've had those for a while. The enamel dots are Keep It Simple, and the enamel hearts are Doodlebug, I think. So, or maybe they're Bella Boulevard. I think they're Doodlebug. But again, these are just like things that were out on my desk, and I said, you know what? Let's make little enamel dot clusters or enamel things clusters, and get this stuff used up, because that's what it's all about when you're bashing your stash. So I hope that this video was inspiring for you, and that it inspires you to go check out the latest issue of Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine, which you can get for free when you place an order with scrapbook.com. I'm not getting paid to tell you that, but I just really like the magazine, and I hope you really liked this video. And if you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.